guys, we're back again at Body Zone. Today I'm going to do a double interview with both of Emma and Dave. It's not going to be like a normal interview. We're going to basically have a general chat because between all three of us, we all suffer from some sort of mental health and we all do fitness.
And we've all done the doors.
We've all done the doors. We've all seen weird and wonderful stuff that we
Special
probably...
needs.
Special needs. That's just Dave and special needs, isn't it? Right, so Dave, obviously you do all the strongman bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Mental health, bit of a wackadoodle in general.
Working mental health.
You put up with Emma.
Yeah, taking her to work home with me. I've been into strongman for years. Came fourth in England, strongest novice, 2016. A couple of years later, had quite a severe motorcycle accident, fractured pelvis, degloved left foot, popped both my shoulders out, snapped my left thumb, smashed my face up.
It's a pretty boy.
Just generally pretty in general.
Took me a while to get back on my feet, I'm not going to lie.
So what did that do, obviously, with the training and bits and pieces? Because obviously right now I've hurt my shoulder, done my back in. Obviously I know what it did for me mentally. It's not helping, is it?
It's not nice. You go from lifting stupid weights to nothing, not being able to stand up. Not being able to sit up in hospital. You can't even sit up. And you literally watching it. You literally... So much for no bad language. You literally laid there watching yourself shrink.
Yeah.
When you've got, like, you've spent that long building yourself up, to watch yourself shrink just destroys you.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, for me, it didn't help me at all. As in, it's kind of a weird experience that I found. Obviously, yours was a lot longer than what mine is, and you lost quite a bit of weight. Didn't you?
3 stone in 12 days. Yeah,
Still
I
really,
literally
really.
could not move. I was not allowed to sit up in bed.
So obviously, you were suffering a little bit before, weren't you?
Yeah.
And obviously, you used gym.
Yeah.
In general, so obviously that was what you were doing.
Gym's always been my kind of
It's like
safe place.
Yes.
It's been my way of de-stressing.
Safe place. That's probably a good word, isn't it? Safe place.
It's
Meant to get away from me when I'm
It's safe for everybody else but Dave in the gym. he's having a moment getting the gym.
I do though, like you'll see me sometimes, a lot of guys in here know, if I come in here and I've already got my headphones on, don't speak to me. It's not me being aggressive or anything like that, it's just me needing that time to unwind myself.
Make yourself feel good.
And afterwards, I'll sit there for 2 or 3 hours and chat. I don't care, you know. Normally,
once you've done that feel bit.
Once I'm de-stressed, I'm all good. It's my way of dealing with things.
So obviously you were having to put up with him when you were going through all that. Obviously you've got you're just a wackadoodle in general, aren't you? But obviously you've got your own problems, having to deal with his problems and your problems.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It still is hard. He's all jokes aside. I mean, it's one of those things that when you're with someone, you go the extra mile. You do what you need to do, regardless of the situation. Yeah. You kind of put your own thoughts and feelings to one side to make sure that they're all right. But then that kind of has an impact as well. So even though Dave, he's good size now. And we're getting there.
He looks small.
Yeah. Let me stand next to you, I'll look bigger.
Hercules. But it's
that doesn't mess with your head at all when someone says you look small.
But it's one of those things that you kind of you kind of roll with the punches.
Yeah.
So he will have good days and bad days still now. It could be anything from stress at work, me doing his head in, him not being able to eat properly when he needs to eat, not being able to get into the swing of things of training.
Was that due down to injuries and bits and pieces like that?
Not just, I mean, that's even now. Even now I still get days like that. I still get days where Emma's literally got to put my gym stuff in the car, put me in the car, drag me into
and
the
tell
car,
you to go,
kick me out the car and be like, I'm picking you up in a few hours.
Oh wow.
Like, it rarely happens.
Because you know it's going to help him if he does it.
I mean,
it rarely happens now, but I think we're quite lucky that we're quite good at dealing with each other's issues.
Yeah.
So we're not very good at dealing with our own.
But you help
She's
each other.
She's good at dealing with mine, and I'm better at dealing with hers. So it's a weird way of looking at it.
I suppose in a way that's not bad, though, is it?
It works.
But you both use the gym to unwind and.
Yeah.
Because obviously in here, this is what the point I'm trying to get across. In something like a gym like this, like a family kind of gym, it's more of a social thing as well as, you know what I mean. You de-stress, then you can have the social thing. It might be in the pub. That's the way I kind of see it. It's like.
I mean, I came back training, so you and I were going through a bit of a bad patch like a year and a half ago, and now mind you, I hadn't stepped foot in this gym for roughly about 4.5 years, and I messaged Sid asking if he was free for a chat. I came in just before Christmas, not last year, the year before, and I was like, do you mind if I come back? And he was like, well, I'm talking about the loyalty and everything else to other people in my life, and I was like, this is home, this always has been home.
Yeah, it kind of comes like that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you find a decent gym, you make it kind of like the main hub of your...
Yeah, I've trained in other places, and I've trained with some brilliant people. I mean, I can't knock anybody, but this is home. It's... Nobody judges you in this gym. Everybody's there for you. Even if, like, say, for instance, I had a phone call. When was it? Yesterday, wasn't it? Or was it Friday?
She is always on the
I'm
phone.
always on the phone.
Always. Probably why she's got so much radiation. She's a bit
probably. Special needs. I just keep telling you. But it's like I had a phone call. I think it was either yesterday or Friday from somebody else that trains in the gym, and his nan had passed at the beginning of the week. Now, mind you, you and I, we've been rushing around like headless chickens over the past week, so we haven't been in here much. I've been working loads. He's had other bits and pieces going on, and this person came in and just broke down. Nobody judged him. Everybody was like, "It's okay, mate. Come sit down. Let's talk about it." And that happens. It doesn't matter whether Sid's in here, whether I'm in here, whether Kai's in here, whether Georgia. There's always someone in this gym that will give you the support, regardless of what's going on.
Yeah. I found it because I remember coming over. Obviously, you said to come over that time. Come over, I was like, oh, obviously, okay. Sawdust gym. Oh God! And walked in, and obviously they all were like, "Do you want a drink of water, eh?" You know, and they're kind of like that barrier. Like you're not kind of expecting, are you?
Yeah, it's
like Sib's out. There's water. Do you want water? What do you want? Anything out of the fridge? What do you want? I'm like, because you put on the spot. You're like, I was like, yeah, water. I didn't know which way to go, and obviously then he walked around with the conversation. But here so I find it's a lot more relaxed compared to the commercial gyms.
It's a totally different atmosphere. Like I said, I mean, I have spoken to some really good PTs. I've had other people training me, people that I class as family. But this gym is, you're never gonna, unless you can take this gym and put it somewhere else, you're never gonna find another gym like this. And it's maybe putting it on a bit of a pedestal. I mean, like it's not as busy as a lot of other gyms, but it works well because there are everybody from all walks of life in here, and everybody can relate to something that you're
something
going
in it. Because I've got a friend, I've been talking to her over the weekend. The amount of times that she's gone to go to the gym, and she thinks that people are judging her. People are like. So I said to her, "Look, come down here." She's like, "Oh no, you know that's a bodybuilder's gym. That's this. It's a strongman." I was like, "No, it's not like that." But come down. I said, look, I know Sid. If I turn around and said to him, look, can we just have no one in there, come there before or after? He'd go, yeah, just to get her through the door. The amount of times she said she's on the treadmill, there's no one else around. It's like 20 treadmills, no one else around. And a guy comes right up next to her, she's got anxiety, got all the rest of it. Come right beside her, out of all the 20 treadmills, come right beside her. And then she's like, okay, no, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then she said, and a guy come the other side, she's like, why would you do that to me? Out of all the other treadmills, and she said literally she just stopped, didn't even do the cool down, stop button, and went home. Obviously her anxiety had built up.
I mean, I sometimes I train in a commercial gym, because sometimes I don't have time to get here.
Yeah.
So I have to, because I have to train. You know, if I don't train,
just to
get
mess into it. Yeah.
And I hate going to commercial gyms. I hate it.
I find
just
some of them, without naming names,
and
you
I'm
get there
not-
a certain time of day, it's rammed. You can't do nothing.
Yeah, either you're queuing for a bit of kit, and I'm like,
But you've cooled down by then.
He sat there on his phone, and I'm like, come on.
Sat on his phone, texts his girlfriend, doing a Snapchat, doing an Instagram,
or
because
taking
he's
a
a model.
selfie, and I'm like, no. The
I'm an influencer. Look at me.
But I just, it's not even that. You walk into a commercial gym, and even people like me, I feel judged when I walk in there.
Really?
Yeah. You walk into
someone at your size, you're
it don't
worried
matter
about
what size you are.
Not well, I suppose, no.
I walk in there and I'm going to stand out.
Yeah, because you're seeing it from the other point of view, because everyone's smaller, they're looking at, look at the size of him.
I'm sitting there and I'm probably lifting more than other people or whatever. It doesn't bother me, I'm in my own little bubble. But I still notice people like looking over or judging. We've been in a commercial gym before, haven't we? And like a geezer he's taking a picture through the mirror of me working out. And I'm like,
what?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I kicked off on that one.
I'm like, why are you doing that? What's the point? How's that going to benefit you? Concentrate on yourself.
But if he come over, I suppose, if he come over and asked you, like, how did you get big?
Or if he asked me a question, like, why did you do that?
I think
why did you do that
the problem with society today is everybody is judgmental. Everybody is out there. So one guy could be lifting 10 kilos. You've got another guy next to him that's lifting 20s. He's then taking pictures and taking the piss because the guy next to him isn't as far as he is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, hang on a minute, that guy's bigger. He must be taking this. This is what this does to you. Nobody ever just sits back and thinks, well, hang on a minute, this is somewhere that people can go, do what they've got to do, release whatever they need to release. There's always someone judging somebody else, and it's like, I mean, I'm nowhere near as slim as what I used to be. I mean, even when I stepped foot back in the gym, it was sort of my anxiety played up. I was all over the place.
But how did you get around? So obviously,
my first
obviously
couple
explain
of
to viewers what actually is, rather than me calling you a wackadoodle.
So I suffer
we can only
with.
do this because we work together quite a lot.
Yeah, I suffer with anxiety. I suffer with PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome. I've had it for years. I didn't even realise. It was only after something that went on, I've got actually tested for it, and it's like, oh, okay, well, that might be the reason why I'm batshit crazy.
Well,
yeah.
It's a bit...
PCOS, so it's polycystic ovary syndrome. And what it does is, with all your follicles, they always have extra fluid in them, which makes it hard to release your eggs and everything else. So with that, your testosterone level builds up, which builds your insulin level up. So your hormones are pinging back and forth.
Which is obviously messing with your mental health.
Yeah, so my testosterone levels, before I started taking my medication, they were way up here.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have competed with some of the best of them if I wanted to. I'm well into it, it's all natural. And my estrogen levels were down here, which ideally it should be even.
Yeah.
And it's only since I've been taking metformin for the past couple of years that it's kind of lowered everything. And if I forget to take a tablet, I will suffer 2-3 days later. Mm-hmm. Literally.
And how does that affect Dave then?
He suffers. I don't. I'm just like emotional wreck. He suffers.
I have to sit there. I do sit there. And
would you say she has good days, bad days, or?
Yeah.
But would you say that at the gym doing the fitness, obviously, if you're both having a bad day, do you
if
both
we
go off together?
If we're both having a bad day, chances are we'll come in the gym together, but we'll train separate.
Do what, go off in your own little zones, kind of thing?
And we go off in our own little bubble, do our own thing, and afterwards we're good.
So is the car journey on the home like a little bit smoother than it was to get into
Well, to be fair, we usually come in separate cars.
We usually come in
Go in separate cars and go home and have dinner together. Babe, do you want a steak?
He's literally that as well.
It's actually like getting separate cars. I feel we all feel good now. I've done my fitness.
It's
I
I'll
like you
meet
again.
You at the gym.
I love you this week.
I'm not coming home first. I'll meet you at the gym. But that's the kind of things you learn about each other. You learn about each other. You learn how to work with each other. You work
to
around
deal with each other's mental health,
Yeah,
out to when to give each other space, when to be there, when not to be there.
But like I said, I mean, like finding out that I had PCOS and like actually putting a reason to why. 1 minute I'll be fine on the door, I'll be fine at work, and then I could get home and I'll be an emotional wreck. I mean, like I've lost friends, I've ruined relationships because of it, and it's not until you actually sit down with someone, and it doesn't have to be a doctor. It could be someone like Sid. I mean, Sid is just like, he's there for everybody. And I cannot. I mean, when I say,
you don't think sometimes people take the mickey out of him for being too nice?
Yeah, I think they do, and I do think that his good nature kind of allows him to be.
That was very
yeah.
That was very polite for you. I was expecting a swear word. Like, no, we've got to edit that one.